Monday through Friday from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. That's 12 noon to 3 Eastern. Back Sundays, 4 to 6. Weeknights, InfoWars Nightly News, 7 o'clock Central at InfoWarsNews.com and PrisonPlanet.tv. Thank you for joining us. We're doing 4 or 5 more minutes with Syrian girl. Obviously want to have her back up in the near future. She's very informed, very articulate. And we're also going to try to get some other guests on, journalists who've been going to Syria, just like we did with what happened in Libya. Tarpley went over to Syria a while back. And we're going to get him back on about that. But undoubtedly, this is a proxy war. And what is your view of Assad? I mean, again, how popular is he really? And what do you expect to happen if the proxy war continues, if the love bomb bombardment, the trendy, illegal peace bombing begins by NATO, I mean, now saying they can't even get the UN resolution, so just go ahead. I mean, first Obama said I'll attack Libya with a UN resolution, not Congress. Now they can't even get the UN. I mean, this is so lawless. This is preemptive war through proxies. Imagine a foreign country coming and stirring up groups to attack us over the border and then calling them freedom fighters and then calling it protest when people are militarily attacking.
Well, first of all, I want to say the road to hell is paved in good intentions. And the most annoying people are the ones that think that they're helping us out by, supporting these insurgents that are bombing, forcing people from their homes. As far as my opinion on the government, I will get to it. But more importantly, I want to discuss, Syria as a whole.
Okay, we got 5 minutes left. I'm giving you the floor then. Syria as a whole and then Assad. Any other points you want to make? Because this is, riveting information.
Okay, thank you. Syria as a whole. How can I tell you statistics, percentages? I can't. I can only tell you that the vast majority of the country, in spite of how they feel about the government, do not want this NATO-led insurgency to take over, because not only are they going to be puppets of the West, not only are they going to destroy the country in the process of doing so, they're also not democratic. They are a theocratic, sectarian Islamic movement that want to control and destroy our secular way of life. And Syrians do not agree with this. You can see that by the way that they're acting. I can tell you that, the majority of Syrians went out and voted for our new constitution, which opens up the way for new political parties and for future elections. So the majority of people are for the reform process, and the new constitution is already in place. You can split Syria up into 3, I guess. There are people who support Bashar. They think that he is our, savior. He's going to deliver us from this, that are, have been core Baathists, which is the ideology of the party from the beginning. And there's people who are newly, supporting Bashar because they want him to make the reform process happen. Then there's people who oppose the government because of corruption and things that have happened in the past, and they also also not going to side with Israel, our enemies, nor NATO. And then, okay, this is 4, not 3, so maybe I can't count. But finally, there's a minority of people who have been sold the lie, just like the Iraqi collaborators were sold the lie that the U.S. is this liberator, it's fantastic, they're so humanitarian, they're going to come and save everybody. And, this is the way to get power and the way to get freedom, whatever that means to them, is by allying with the U.S. Now, I think that is such naivety and opportunism, and it's just disgusting to the core. And I cannot call these people Syrian. So if you want, by my definition of what is Syrian, 100% of us oppose NATO and this attack against our country.
Well, that's right. It's going to be, I mean, look, Iran, 70+% don't like the mullahs, but every analyst says an attack on Iran will unify the entire population behind the mullahs. That's how people work. And now that your country is clearly being attacked with proxy armies, NATO's saying we're going to drop bombs on you because it's humanitarian. You know, when we give weapons to people blowing up buildings, they're peaceful protesters. When the government fights it, they're evil. Al-Qaeda's good, Syria's bad. I mean, all of this is so ridiculous that it's going to unify Syria. I mean, I don't need to be Syrian to know that.
I just wanted to say, in answer to your question earlier about how people might contact me, I have a Twitter. The name is Partisan Girl. And of course, they might have seen other interviews I've done on a YouTube channel, 108 Morris 108.
Okay, and again, give us the Twitter. It's twitter.com/
Partisan Girl, no spaces.
Partisan Girl. That's awesome. And we'll send a link up to my Twitter, the Real Alex Jones, twitter.com/ Real Alex Jones. So that's good for people to be able to contact you there. And hopefully things don't continue to unfold in Syria in a bad, but it looks like that is going to happen. So I'd like to be able to have you pop in and give your perspective as this unfolds.
Anytime.
All right. Anything else you'd like to add in about 60 seconds?
About Bashar
yes.
Assad,
yes.
His father, you know, he might have been, whatever you might want to call what happened, you know, people have different opinions, but Bashar from the beginning has been more of a reformer. However, there's an old guard in Syria that have prevented him from undertaking much of the reforms that he wanted to make, but at least now with the support of the people, hopefully the reform process is going to happen.
What is your personal, so you see overall he's been a reformer trying to change an old system, and certainly, you know, it's not going to get better. Look at Egypt. It's gotten 10 times worse, and they've got women having to wear the headdresses and everything now since it was liberated, and it's just incredible. All right, well, Syrian Girl, thank you for having the courage to speak out. We appreciate you joining us.
Thank you very much.
Take care. Well, you're going to be hearing more from her now that she's been on our show. A very interesting perspective, and that's what we try to bring you, is different angles, different perspectives to really give you a real analysis of what's happening so you can make decisions for yourself. Now.